You should do this too.
Right? What?
Yeah, like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed audiences of all ages, creeds, religions,
Look
shapes,
around
and
you.
sizes.
What do you see? Desperate people fleeing their homes from hunger and hate and war, just looking for a little bit of happiness.
But ladies and gentlemen, we are actors, so migration is our lifestyle, like a child's game. We have endured famine, poverty, we've been afraid, we've had tomatoes thrown at us.
But most of all, we have created suspicion with our talents and smiles, because we have taken people on a roller coaster and we pulled them up and down and made them sad and glad and joyful.
Our destiny
and angry.
is bizarre. We have traveled the world, plazas, courtyards, markets. We've gone everywhere. When the story starts to get sad, well, we move on.
But now are the hard times. People are just desperate without dreams, no hopes, and, you know, even actors aren't able to
Remember
tell
the
us
hurricane, his jokes, his shrewdness, his serving two masters. When he cannot serve, well, he invents something.
Mi son Arlecchino, orbo de nareccia, sorda de un occhio. They call me Arlecchino. Sometimes they even call me swindler. Once I used to serve two masters at the same time. But now, my friends, if they would betale, I could serve 8 masters at the same time. 8. I would run everywhere they would desire of me. I'm known to be courteous and kind, but also very shrewd. I'm an expert of taking care of myself. How else can one survive in these good and bad times?
And what about the beautiful Colombina? Everyone loves her. Which can be a blessing or a curse.
What can she do today but be a nurse?
Today she goes by many names.
Ivana from Russia.
Jingjing from Beijing.
Bashasha from Dhaka.
Situ from India.
Hunda from Nigeria.
Fatima from Arabia. Shamsia.
Shamsia.
She ran away from Persia.
I ran away from Persia.
Commedia.
I'm here! Γεια σας, ωραίες μου κυρίες και ωραίοι μου κύριοι. Το όνομά μου είναι Κολομπίνα και με λένε αλλιώς Ριτσολίνα. Μέχρι τώρα ήμουν εγώ μέσα στα σπίτια όλων. Αλλά τώρα έχουμε διάφορα εξωτικά ονόματα. Πρώτα, ήμουν πάρα πολύ ωραία και πολύ επιθυμητή. Ο κύριος όλη την ώρα με περιποιούνταν. Όλη την ώρα οι νεαροί κύριοι του σπιτιού. Αλλά τώρα τίποτα. Γι' αυτό λοιπόν τώρα έχω άλλα αφεντικά. Έχω έναν κύριο, έχω μια κυρία. Έχω τα καπριτσιόζικα, τα παιδιά τους όλων όλη την ώρα. Έχω να περιποιηθώ και τους ηλικιωμένους γονείς τους. Όλους. Όλοι από μένα περνάνε. Τουαλέτα να καθαρίσω, το μπάνιο να τρίψω, τα πατώματα να καθαρίσω, να μαγειρέψω, να πλύνω, να σιδερώσω, να κολλάρω. Όλα δικά μου πια, όλα δικά μου. Και το χειρότερο. Έχω να μαζεύω και τα σκατά από τα σκυλιά τους, καθώς είναι μέσα στον δρόμο. Δεν μπορώ άλλο πια, βαρέθηκα.
And there's the Dr. Balanzoni. He knows everything, or at least he thinks he does.
And now he's...
Bastard.
And now, he sells not books in Latin, but knickknacks from China.
I was wise, learned, and prudent. I was fat, but very elegant. Ignorant people used to say that they didn't understand a word I said, not a single one. And now look at me. Ho, 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 ho. I'm reduced to selling this Chinese trash. I earn just enough money for a piece of bread or a small snack. But it has its advantages. I'm skinny now, so no harm done. Nil malum at nocendum venit.
And what about the merchant, Pantalone? Once rich and miserly.
Now he's just an old beggar on the street.
Once upon a time, I was a respectable gentleman. My pockets were full of money, and I was a lover for a beautiful woman who loved me in return. They called me the Magnificent of Venice, but alas destiny, once my friend thrust me onto the street to beg my sustenance. And now, from time to time, I receive just enough money for a piece of bread for some good-hearted woman who wants silence in conscience. The Magnificent of Venice. Μην το ξεχνάτε ποτέ αυτό. Να το θυμάστε.
Ahoy! Ahoy! The terrible Captain Matamoros.
Also known as Captain Destroyer.
Crazy nut.
Mijn vader nam zijn trouwe ben ik tot in den dood. Ha!
See that tall and impressive tower, that well-reinforced citadel, that well-defended city. I will take them, I will destroy them, I will grab them, I will throw them to the ground, and I will smash them to bits. Of course, even someone less capable and less learned than I can do it. So find your own captain if you must. I am the one who is most trained to destroy my enemies, killing men, destroying and annihilating towns. I am known as Cola Foribante, the Furious Nut. One look from me, and my enemies are shrouded in despair. I am the greatest in battle. Death is my banner. My soldiers are dragons, hideous creatures, hounds, more dragons. No enemies can hide from me, for I have the power to find them on earth, in heaven, in hell, and the stratosphere, for I am the one, the only Cola Foribante, the Furious Nut. Ha!
Today he goes with the sword, tomorrow with something else. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is deranged. It's a huge omelet made of trash.
And if you turn your head and think about it, and turn it this way or that way, you realize that it's all just the same. Because what is the difference between somebody leaving their country hundreds of years ago to find their fortune and somebody doing the same thing today?
Well, gentle audience, there really is no difference. In fact, the difference is precisely 0.
So there is no difference between Ali today kissing his mother goodbye before he's maybe not ever going to see her again, and Zani saying goodbye to his mother hundreds of years ago.
Surely the language would be different.
So Zani speaks an old Italian dialect and Ali speaks Arabic.
Well, I think we need an interpreter. Voila!
Dolmiski senti doma in brande perché böse spunton si. E col se vede per teci confi chi la moier per ma chi la signore. La primavera.
It was the month when the men would go hunting. It would be the beginning of spring. The countryside was golden. The roses were flowering with their thorns. The donkeys, sheep, bulls, and other animals were led to the pasture land.
Another season had begun, and I was tired of our life, our poverty. I asked my father for permission to go into the world to seek my destiny.
He told me that he couldn't grant my wish until my mother and all the rest of the family gave me their permission. So my father called the family together. Zani Kamatsa said,
Perhaps you will be a doctor when you return home. That would be a great honor.
Everyone said it was a beautiful thing to go into the world to gain honor.
And then the master said, You have spoken well, Zankamatsa. I don't think there's anything more to say. My mother was sobbing, and with tears in her eyes, she said, Everyone, I am not happy, but he should go anyway.
Even a cat being kicked wouldn't feel as badly as I did. In the end, I went on my knees and said, Dear mother, I beg your pardon, but I remember when I was little and shat in my bed, and you forgave me for the huge mess that I made.
And my mother, crying desperately, said, My heart will break if I never see you again. But I know you must go, for you have no future here. I am giving you a reversible cape, a bag, 4 shirts, 5 handkerchiefs, this pair of trousers, and this jacket. Come, my son. With a heavy heart, I will let you go to seek your fortune.
Then I said, Mother, don't cry anymore, I beg you. Please give me your blessing.
And waving the brush that she used to clean the bowls, she said, I bless you, my beautiful son. Oh, my breast that I put in your mouth, the games we played, the baby food, the fables that I told you to help you sleep, and everything I did for you. Alas, I am so grieved that I can't say another word. My beautiful son, embrace your mother.
And all my family, one by one, hugged me and urged me to earn honor and return to the valley a man of valor. My father, in all his confusion, gave me a small purse containing 36 coins, a hip flask of wine, 7 loaves of bread, 2 cheeses, shoes, a hat, and he placed the good bundle on my shoulder. After kissing everyone and exchanging beautiful words, everyone accompanied me to the valley's exit, and then I confidently went on my way.
Now, gentle ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to think back to a time when people used to travel without airplanes to go over suns and mountains and seas, and people would just take
boats.
boats.
At this time, the most desired city was Venice. With its magical canals, its markets, it was the gateway between East and West. Think about it. Ali going to New York City today, poor and ignorant, is just like Zani or the Harlequin. going to Venice back then, centuries ago.
I was walking, and walking, and walking, and walking. And I went past cities, and villages, and rivers, and lakes. And I saw a ferry camp with ferries going over to the other side. But poor Alechino didn't have any money. So I stole a boat. So up and down and up, but because I didn't know how to up and down and up and down, I fell on my nose. Luckily, I didn't break it. But they laughed scornfully at me and kicked me. But then I saw houses, beautiful houses, lit up windows reflecting in the water. And I saw shops with pasta and jewelry and pasta and perfume. And I saw ships, huge ships, galleys, Titanics, gondolas, canoes, small boats, ferry boats, and I saw flagships with real flags. Oh, but Alechino was poor. But if I had money, lots of money, even more money, gigantus money, then I would spend them on hotels and eating pasta, wearing jewelry, eating more pasta, and perfume. And I would buy flags. Poor Alechino. I have to work all the time. But if I didn't need to work, then this would be the place where I would be living in beautiful Venice. Bella Venezia, schönen Venezia, vackra Venezia, Harakiri Venezia, Bella Venezia!
Now, we would like to demonstrate how to be a servant is a truly universal condition.
Whether you're a servant during the French Revolution or in Roman times or in antebellum South of the United States, or a servant today to businessmen on Wall Street under the capitalist economic regime, it's all the same. Just ask for Chiolina, the curly-haired one.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yes, I will get angry. It's true, I'm a servant, but being a servant doesn't mean being a slave. It isn't enough that I go to the market, bring your water, iron your shirts, and sew your clothes. What more did you want? That I play the prologue? I'll suffer the death of 7 husbands first.
What? What is it? What? 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 What is it? What else? What else? What? Oh, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. You see, my misfortune made me servant of these comedians who led me to believe that their lives were decorated with delight. They told me that soon I would be rich, but instead they and their glorious promises turned out to be deceivers. But let's talk about the life of the happy comedian. Rain, snow, ice, knock-kneed horses, broken wagons, and impertinent porters and coachmen. These and other similar delights accompany the life of the happy comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, just listen. In the morning, my mistress cries, "Ricciolina, bring me the letters of Lover Fiammetta. I have to study." And Pantalone, "Ricciolina, bring me my accounting books. I have to count." And the doctor, "Ricciolina, ubi sunt rivercola mea and oro." And the captain, "Ha! Ricciolina, let's go kill the Moros. Ha! Ha!" And they call me from here, and they call me from there, and may they all be damned. And they also want me to do the prologue on stage. Well, I don't want to do it, and I won't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, now I will go inside. And if they yell, if they beat me, please, I beg someone come and take them off my hands. And if he who comes should want me for his maid, I will always serve him faithfully. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Good night. See you later. Bye-bye. Thank you. Arrivederci. Yes. Ciao. Bye-bye. Yes, good night. Good night.
Of course I get hungry. Okay, I'm a servant, but being a servant doesn't authorize you to treat me like I'm your slave. It's not enough that I clean the entire house, iron your sets, shoe your collars, entertain your dog. Now you want me to entertain your guests because you are not ready yet? No. I won't do it. Go and fire me. Whoa. What? What do you want more? What else?
Come here.
What? Are they here? Ladies and gentlemen, pardon me. My masters will be here in a few minutes. In the meantime, let me tell you a story about me. To my misfortune, I serve these people who told me that I will be paid well and soon will become rich. Well, listen to me. I have to iron, clean, make the beds, and the dog has to poo, and the cat has to pee, and I have to get off my master's hand from my arse. And there are always so many guests for dinner that I never know when I will go to bed. And in the morning, the mistress says, "Ricciolina, bring my dress and my corset and hurry up." And then her father says, "Ricciolina, where on hell are my documents? I'm going to fire you. Don't you hear?" And then her husband, "Ricciolina, you have to study if you want to go ahead in this world. Come, my treasure. I will teach you something." And then I hear, "Did you mail the letters? Did you open the door? Did you answer the phone and do this and do that and do this and do that?" And damn them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will go back now. And if they yell at me, if they beat me, I pray one of you comes and helps me. And if the one who helps me wants me to become his maid, I will serve him faithfully. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. And you. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.
But being
See
a
you
servant...
later. Bye-bye, bye.
Whatever her name...
Arrivederci, madam.
Whether it's Columbina or Ivana or C2, can also be fortunate, because a servant can become the confidant of a mistress.
And then she can permit herself some sarcastic comments.
I know what my mistress wants to do. The jump that I also did when I lost my virginity. What? A melon reed caused it. And when I remember how it happened, tears streams down my cheeks. Come on, gentlemen. I want to tell you my story. When I was younger, more softer, like a little dove, a certain Spaniard from my village was in love with me, and with great passion he told me, "Oh, señorita, my heart is lost." Excuse me, sir, have you seen my heart? No? Okay, then I will die for you. Sorry. One day, when I was walking into the garden, not like that, when I was walking into the garden and wearing a white dress like a swan, he wanted to tame me. He tried to kiss me, but not a French kiss. I put my hands into his chest to stop him, but my foot slipped in a melon pit and I fell into the ground. Not like that, it was more like that. And a fresh wind blew and lifted my skirt, and the young poor guy ran to cover me, and he fell in the same melon pit, and he fell on the top of me in such a manner that he made my stomach swell up. Then I had to leave my village for shame. And this was my father's fault, all father's faults, and yours, sir, yours also. Because you want your daughter get married when you want and when you like, but we want to get married when we want. Destinius, the high academician, in his book about law insinuation, he said, "A young woman who is beautiful and young and a temptation to everyone, first she has to be a bride, and then a fiancée."
Oh, we've forgotten one of the many characters. One not from the cold north, but from the hot, suffocating south.
And so if we travel all the way from the north down to Naples, we find Pulcinella. You know Pulcinella?
I know Pulcinella.
Attention! Battalion! Population! They'll shoot Padre Padron! But you criminal, immoral scoundrel! And fetid! The audience, let me introduce myself. My name is Pulcinella, but if you want, you can call me Pulcinella, and I will also answer you. Basically, you can call me however you like. Really, you can't even call me do-do-do-do, and I will turn. You just have to call me somehow. To begin with, I'm always hungry. I'm always thirsty. And I always want to have a... Sorry. You will think by looking at me, combined like this, that poverty took hold of me. Yes, actually, you're right. I come from a very nice little town called Acera. It's near Napoli, the most beautiful city in the world, that eventually became my hometown. Well, I don't remember when I was born. I mean, I remember very well when I was born, but I don't have any memory of my birth. So let me tell you my story. I remember that one day when Donna Duck, my mother, was walking around in this very little orchard in a chair, and she was ducking all over the place. At some point, Donna Duck, my mother, she met Mr. Cucumber. What a lovely cucumber! What a handsome cucumber! What a sexy cucumber! Miss Duck looked at him. She measured up his body and Miss Duck sat down and so I was born. I am the son of a duck and a cucumber. Cute, a little. But I have to confess you that I was not so good looking. Because I was black. Yes, all black. Sorry. All life was beautiful at that moment. And that little orchid in a chair, I was wonderful too, with herbs, fruit, flowers everywhere, and the stars in the sky. But suddenly, death arrived in that little heaven.
Pulcinella. Pulcinella, where are you, Pulcinella? I'm Death, the one who gives and takes lives away.
Dear, you're so ugly. You're scaring me to death, and I don't even want to look at you. Why did you come here?
I came to take Pulcinella away. I decide that his life is over, finished, kaput. Pulcinella must die!
Mamma mia, non è vero! What a terror! I don't want to die, I want to live! I want to live! I need some courage, and I want to cheat death! Lady Death? Lady Death! Pulcinella is not here!
What do you mean it's not here? Where did she go?
Pulcinella is gone, migrated, like all those who were born black, and in order to escape from death in their country, had to migrate. So, Pulcinella had to migrate as well.
Oh, but now you are messing with death. I want to know where Pulcinella is.
But you're very stubborn, you. I told you that Pulcinella was gone, migrated, and if you want to find him, you will have to go somewhere else. Pulcinella is not here!
Okay, I will try somewhere else. But remember, I am Death, the Death.
And so, as soon as I was born, I cheated death. But I became all white because I was so scared. Yes, all white. And when I took my hand out of my face, I realized that even though my body had turned white, my face was still black. Attenzione! Battaglio! Popolazione! E asciutto pazzo padrò!
Hey, but as actors, this is exactly what we want.
Well, we travel for miles and miles and for years and years, carrying heavy bags.
Clearly, it can be difficult, but for us, it is easy because we know how to have a good time.
We went, we returned. We have little money, but we have very nice dreams.
But we like to vagabonds, so there's nothing to regret.
Καταλαβαίνουμε λοιπόν ότι μπορούμε να ζήσουμε με λιγότερα από όσα κερδίζουμε.
And we're certainly not pleased to see people unhappy and unsure of where to go.
People alone and desperate.
We would like to help our friends a little.
Who knows? Perhaps there's something we can do.
If we can make you laugh or make a face or tell a beautiful fable.
That always helps.
The soul to breathe.
So, with a jump and a little dance.
A little game and a little song. What we describe here is the theater.
And the theater is both great fiction
and the greatest truth. To invite Lydia Biondi and the Italian team to join us. They were at the leading of this workshop, wonderful workshop.
European workshop project. There are going to be loads more in the future, but also check out our website www.europeanpolytheater.eu and see you next time.
See you.